So as you guys may recall, about a month ago, I signed up for Trainerroad to see if it could build up my FTP. I had taken the FTP test. I had done about a month worth of training. In fact, I was just finishing the first block. Then Christmas hit. Plans were I was going to do the Rafa 500. I had some cool screens all set up. And then on my last Trainerroad ride, I had a little bit of a mishap. Now the mishap actually happened before I got on Trainerroad. I took a bit of a misstep. I felt a twinge in my lower back. I didn't think much of it. I woke up the next day. I felt a little bit sore and I went and I did my ride. It was an hour and a half ride. Not a problem, got through it. It was all good until later that day, and then just before Christmas dinner, I couldn't lift my left leg. What had happened, unbeknownst to me, is in that step I had slightly torn my piriformis muscle, which is a muscle that connects sort of your upper body to your lower body. And the problem is it's a stabilizing muscle and does a lot of your inward-outward rotation with your leg, and it just completely seized up. The big thing is with the piriformis muscle is the sciatic nerve also runs through there, so when it becomes inflamed, and in my case starts spasming, it causes sciatic pain. At that time I didn't know what was going on. I thought I maybe had slipped the disc. I went to hospital, I got checked out, and they just sort of sent me on my way, gave me some, anti-inflammatories, and that's it. Upon follow-up with my doctor, we started physiotherapy, and that's kind of where I've been at now. I've been off the bike for almost 4 weeks, and unfortunately, as far as Trainerroad goes, it's kind of put a little bit of a hamper on the plan. But the cool thing is with Trainerroad, especially if you're on the monthly program, is that you can put a stop on things. You can save all your data. You don't have to delete it. They'll keep it for you. And when you're ready to come back, you can come back and all your data is there. Now, the problem is being off for a prolonged period of time. That FTP test that I did probably no longer applies. If you look at my numbers in things like Strava, you can see that my fitness graph has taken a huge hit on that time being off the bike. But again, the whole point here for me has been focusing on healing and getting in shape so I can get back on the bike and start building up again. And these setbacks will happen time and time again throughout your career. If you have any kind of physical activities, even if you do everything right, you can have these little setbacks. Again, this injury didn't occur on the bike, but rather off the bike. So now I am off the bike. Thankfully for me, being in Canada, this is really the off season. So a lot of people don't even train during the winter. In my case, I've been, off the bike, but doing things to help myself. And I've been using a lot of equipment to help do that. And, there's some great stuff out there that helps when you've got an injury and rehabilitating yourself. Some things that I've used, whether it was a long time ago when I fought professionally, a lot of these things I've used to help recover from injuries. And one of the great things I love is KT tape. KT tape is great for taping yourself up. If you've been around for a long time, you've used things like tensor bandages or even bandages and wraps. This just works a lot better. And because it's got kind of a stretch to it when you apply it, it's really good because it can provide a little bit of support to your injuries. And I find this stuff really, really good. I had knee problems for a long time, and rather than wear a knee brace, I utilize this a great deal, and it has been absolutely fantastic. I find it less limiting than braces in a lot of cases, although sometimes you will require it, but always great. You can find these, on Amazon or in your local pharmacy. Great stuff. And if you have a sports therapist or physiotherapist, a lot of times they can show you how to tape yourself before you do your activities, such as cycling, to avoid further injury and help support the injury that you might have as you get back to training. So again, KT tape, awesome stuff. And then there are some other things, like stretching has been the biggest part of my recovery for this piriformis syndrome. It's taken quite a while. And I've accompanied that with foam rolling. So many of you will have foam rollers, but I love this guy here. Thera Body, it makes some great massage devices, but they also make this roller that helps vibrate. They have some great plans. You can go on your smartphone. It'll tell you what to do. But this guy has been great, especially with the piriformis, because it is such a deep muscle. That vibration helps get to those trigger points. So in my case, that it releases to help stop some of the spasming that I was experiencing at the beginning of my injury. So this is a great guy. Definitely check it out if you have a foam roller. But again, you can just use simply a foam roller, which I do as well. I don't use that 100% of the time. I also have a very large foam roller. Another great piece from Thera Body that I utilize, whether I'm injured or not, is this guy, which is the Theragun Mini. It is just a massager. I think you may have seen the unboxing on the channel before, but this is great for warming up. It's great. You can bring it with you. A lot of times when you go riding in the mountains here, you have to drive out a few hours and then drive back in. So a lot of times if I'm not the driver, designated driver, I will bring this along in my bag. It's nice and portable and help, massage my muscles so I don't have some of that onset muscle tension afterwards, where you start stiffening up. It just helps keep things loose and, helps you get rid of some of that lactic acid. This thing is absolutely fantastic. So along with that, I've been getting things like acupuncture, which you should always go to somebody who knows what they're doing for that. You shouldn't just poke needles in yourself. But I've also been utilizing the 8-to-8 cupper. For those of you who understand traditional Chinese medicine or have seen it before, or you may have seen this on guys like Michael Phelps where they have the cup marks. This will also help with muscle release and increasing circulation in areas. Again, this is something that if you're inexperienced with it, you want to go to somebody who knows what they're doing. But this guy also has pre-programmed as Bluetooth, and it can help treat your injuries a little bit better and help you get on the road to recovery. So the way things are looking now, it looks like I will be getting back on the bike shortly, which is fantastic. They're going to be short sort of runs. I have to build up and make sure that I'm not damaging the muscle and that it is in fact fully healed. Again, I've got a full stretching regimen. I have tons of physiotherapy to do. And eventually, the great thing, like I said, with trainerroad is that I will be able to go back, have all my data, and start my training plan. And the great thing is with their adjustments, I can ease it off as I go back in, trying to get back to sort of the race shape that I was in before, and hopefully get back on the team probably for season 3. I've been doing de-essing, if you've been watching the live streams, de-essing the team as they do their races, because I'm not going to probably be racing at all this season as it looks at this moment. But it's great to get out there and be part of the team, help those guys get the best results they can, and they've had some good results in the first couple races. So I look forward to getting back on the team and doing some team time trial and stuff when my doctor says it's good to go. But that's kind of where we are with things right now. We've also soft launched Paint Ink gear. If you haven't seen that, I might throw a link down to the store. You can definitely check out. It's a throwback to the old gear that we used to make way back when we launched the Trail and Park Boys movies. So check that out, and if you want to pick some up, that's great. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button so you get notifications, and until next time, see ya.